friends, welcome to the Misty Clock Shop. Settle in. The master has a tale for you. So many wonders await you here. Unwind your day. Give in to the quiet. The master will keep time for you. We will stretch the quiet. No need to rush. Not here. Not with me. A chill wind sighs through the grass. Rustling leaves murmur sleepy tunes. All is hushed. All is stilled. All is ready to dream. But you, my friend, you linger here. Shadows deepen and soften. Stillness presses against the walls, threatening to spill over. Listen again. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? The almost imperceptible vibration of being, the hum of existence vibrating just beneath the surface of things. Oh, how sweet it is to rest in the midst of this tranquil labyrinth of time. Breathe in the stillness, exhale your worries, and allow the gentle cadence of time to cradle you in its eternal embrace. Is it time for you to wake? Are you ready to return to the world? Take a deep breath in, feeling the echo of eternity resonating within you. Turn your head slowly, marveling at the intricate mechanisms that drive our fleeting lives. Remember the stories whispered in the ticking of clocks, the poetry embedded in the dance of time. As you step back into the waking world, carry a piece of this tranquility with you. Let the spirit of the clock shop guide your steps, light your path, and fill your heart with newfound clarity. Go now, my friend, and may the rhythm of time forever resonate within your soul. Until next time, farewell. You are home now, you are safe. The world spins on outside, but here all is still. Here all is known. Here you are loved. You are enough. You're home. To feel the gentle vibrations of existence coursing through your veins, harmonizing you with the music of the spheres. Here, in the heart of the clock shop, where time unfolds like an ancient scroll, we discover the solace of simplicity, the beauty of interconnectedness, the freedom of letting go. As the final notes of twilight fade into memory, we are left bathed in the silver glow of moonlight, suspended in the timeless embrace of the present. This is the music of creation, a constant composition played on strings finer than spider silk, every leaf trembling in response, every bird tucked in its nest serenading the darkness, every beating heart composing its own counterpoint. When we tune our ears to this melody, we find ourselves connected to everything and everyone. We realize we are not separate islands, but tributaries flowing into the vast ocean of existence. And as we surrender to the symphony of life, we discover a profound sense of belonging. Why? Come closer. Let the warmth of the shop swallow you whole. Your eyelids grow heavy, your muscles loosen their grip. Your breath slows, deepening and expanding like the night sky studded with diamonds. And as the darkness wraps around you, enveloping you in its velvety embrace, let your cares drift away. Surrender to the comforting pressure of the present moment. For here, in this timeless sanctuary, you are held by the rhythmic tick-tock of clocks that have witnessed centuries turning, held by the soft glow of lamps casting their warm gaze upon you, held by the very essence of time itself, patiently unfolding its mysteries. Enter in, feel the solid stone settle about you, sheltering you from all the world's haste. Leave the bustling markets, the clamoring crowds, the deafening silence of empty halls. Come home to the steady tick-tock. Here worries unwind and fears unclench their fists. Here peace pours in like liquid gold. And I, your host, will tend the flames and hold the quiet for you. Just sit, be still. And if you can, try to empty your mind, letting thoughts drift out like smoke, dissolving into the gathering dusk. Not now. The sun sets over the rolling hills. Night settles over Silent Hollow. What whispers travel on the evening breeze? Can you hear them? Secrets shared between the trees and the moss-covered stones. Secrets of old magic woven into the landscape, of fairies dancing in the morning dew, of wishes carried on the backs of shooting stars. Yes, such wonders await those who know where to look, who know how to listen. This hour, a half an hour, a quarter of a day will go slow tonight. Our story starts as the last sunbeams slant through mist-wreathed trees. Soft shadows stretch and yawn as the world prepares for slumber. Shadows lengthen and contract. The air grows crisp, sharp with the scent of wood smoke curling from unseen chimneys. Inside, hundreds of clocks, big and small, tick and talk in harmonious chorus. Their rhythmic breathing soothes the soul. Listen closely. Can you hear it? Do you feel it? The pulse of time whispering secrets only the patient can understand. Here time flows differently, slower, gentler, sweeter, like honey dripping from a honeycomb. It is measured not in frantic seconds or relentless minutes, but in the quiet intervals between heartbeats. In the pause before a star trembles into view, in the breathless hush after a shooting star streaks. Across the night sky in the stolen breaths between falling snowflakes and the lullaby of crickets, serenading the twilight and the sleepy sigh of leaves rustling their good nights to the sun. Time is a companion here, not a tyrant. It waits with infinite patience for us to catch up. It reminds us that sometimes the most profound truths are discovered in stillness. Outside, the full moon ascends its throne, casting silvery beams through grimy window panes. The soft glow of oil lamps spills onto dust motes waltzing in the air. Yes, come closer. Rest your forehead against the cool smoothness of the counter, allowing the weight of the day to melt away. Let your troubles dissolve into the rich tapestry of night, fading into the whispers of the wind and the murmur of distant stars. And so, my friend, let this moment be your sanctuary, your refuge from the storms of life. Oh, the fire is low. The lamps are dim. The shadows dance wildly on the wall. My eyelids grow heavy. Perhaps I am dreaming already. Outside, the fog clings softly to the crooked rooftops, curling along the stone chimneys, weaving through the narrow lanes of silent hollow like silk threads on a loom. The moon, pale and round, floats high above, hidden behind a veil of silver clouds. The glint of brass and silver gleams faintly in the dim. And all around you, the soft hum of clocks, ticking, talking, never rushed, never hurried, only calm, casting a sleepy glow over the quiet world. Inside the little shop, the warmth of flickering candlelight bathes the shelves. Master Emmerich, his steady hands brushing dust from tiny gears, lifts his gaze once more. There's a rhythm to the world, he whispers, his voice low, slow, as if speaking through centuries. Most forget, most race ahead, but time, true time, it flows like the river, gentle, patient, inevitable. You listen, your mind quieting like still water, your body sinking heavier into the moment. Their miniature bells chiming ever so softly, and as he speaks, you notice the walls, covered with curious clocks, stars that shimmer with delicate silver leaf. Some have faces painted with tiny constellations, as though speaking of an old, gentle friend. Others shaped like ancient towers. That clock holds the light of the very first dawn, and in the far corner, nearly hidden beneath a velvet cloth, rests a clock shaped like a delicate golden sun. Emmerich follows your gaze, a faint smile curling beneath his silver beard. Ah, the sunkeeper, he murmurs, feeling its quiet warmth beneath your touch. It said, you step closer, your movements slow, quiet as drifting mist, where clockmakers debated over springs and escapements. But to honor it, the clock glows faintly beneath the cloth, its surface warm, its golden hands frozen, paused at the hour before sunrise. Their bells guiding farmers, bakers, merchants, all gently held in the rhythm of turning gears. In the early days of mechanical timekeeping, Emmerich tells you clocks weren't built to chase time. The soft chime of bells only heard by those who listen closely. In monasteries, monks once kept the horologium, great intricate clocks marking the hours of prayer, and in town squares, the first clock towers rose outside, An owl calls softly from the eaves. The rooftops nestled like patchwork quilts beneath the velvet night, a sleepy symphony, guiding your mind further into stillness. Its hoot floats through the mist like a lullaby, low, sleepy, fading into the distance. Inside, you trail your fingers along the smooth wood of the sunkeeper, the brass edges cool, polished by careful hands. Emmerich tells you when he was young, he traveled beyond Silent Hollow to grand cities where cathedral towers touched the sky, and in those winding streets, he learned the forgotten art, a melody carried across time itself, into the hush of the ancient hills, the making of time itself, but now older. His silver hair curling softly, his eyes gentle, he chooses the quiet, the slow passing of hours hidden in this tiny shop, filling your ears like the soothing rhythm of a lullaby. You breathe in, slow, out, softer still. Every heartbeat counts. But dreams, the room hums, clocks ticking like heartbeats layered over one another. The fog presses gently against the window panes. Cool and quiet beyond the village dreams. Emmerich lights another candle, its flame flickering softly. Casting golden shadows across the walls, the light dances along the clock faces, shimmering across brass gears. A slow, hypnotic glow. Time is patient, Emmerich whispers again. His voice blending with the steady ticking, it waits for no one. Yet, if you listen closely, you can hear it breathe. You close your eyes for a moment. The soft glow of candlelight, the gentle tick. Talk, your thoughts float, light as feathers. Drifting beyond the little shop, beyond the misted streets, Emmerich hums softly. An old tune from forgotten days. You listen, your body growing heavier, your mind lighter. The candlelight flickers, the fog curls, the clocks whisper. And for a moment, time stands still, held softly in the cradle of turning gears. You picture the first clock towers rising above cobbled squares, their bells ringing across medieval rooftops, calling villagers to wake, to gather, to rest. The same rhythm that carried through the centuries. Still here, the sunkeeper clock beneath your hand hums faintly, as if remembering distant dawns. Emmerich's voice, slow, soothing. Into the quiet embrace of sleep, the clocks remind us. Every moment passes, cradled by stillness, held gently in the rhythm of dreams. He smiles softly, his eyes creasing like old parchment. Dreams are timeless. You feel your breathing slow, your chest rising, falling. Each inhale drawing in the warmth of the shop, the scent of polished brass, beeswax, parchment. Each exhale, releasing the weight of the day, floating away into the mist. The clocks sing their gentle song, tick-tock, tick-tock, and outside, the stars pierce through the clouds, silver pinpricks against the indigo sky. Time flows softly here, unrushed, unbroken, only the slow turning of gears. The patient swing of pendulums. Emmerich settles into his chair, his hands folding in his lap. The room quiets, the clocks ticking steady. Your eyes growing heavier, safe now in Silent Hollow, where time hums gently, where the fog cradles the rooftops, where dreams drift soft as falling feathers. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And as the candles flicker low, your breathing deepens, your body lightens, your thoughts grow soft, floating further now. Deeper, the clocks keep time, but you drift beyond it, wrapped in warmth. The candle wavers, its flame stretching, then settling, casting golden ripples across the tiny workshop. The fog presses gently at the windows, curling like silver ribbons along the glass. Outside, the rooftops glisten faintly. The village slumbers beneath its blanket of mist, and within these walls, time continues. Softly, steadily, unhurried. The old clockmaker, Master Emmerich, leans back in his worn wooden chair, the cushion beneath him creaking quietly. His eyes, the color of faded parchment, glimmer with a reflection of flickering candlelight, whisper their gentle lullaby around him. Clocks of every shape, every size, tick-tock, tick, the air tinged with the scent of polished brass, aged wood, and a hint of beeswax melting softly in the candle's glow. Tock, you breathe deeply, your body sinks heavy, your thoughts floating as light as drifting clouds. Emmerich speaks, his voice low, steady like ripples on still water, older than stone towers, older even than the sun-dappled forests that surround us, its surface gleaming beneath the candle's warm glow. Most forget, but time is ancient, older than kings. You listen, your heartbeat slowing to match the ticking rhythm. A lone star nestled at its center, the clocks hum around you, their layered sounds like the distant echo of waves upon a forgotten shore, was carried by a traveling bard long ago. Emmerich rises slowly, his joints creaking softly like aged floorboards. Before clock towers mark the hours, only those with coin or secrets held such marvels with practiced care. He lifts a small silver pocket watch from the workbench. This one, he whispers, his fingers brushing over the delicate case. He holds it gently, the chain dangling like a silver thread of moonlight, each one singing softly in its own voice. The watch's tiny hands frozen in time, its surface engraved with curling vines, tiny flowers, bards. Emmerich continues. His words soft, carried stories, music, but some carried time itself. In the days before common folk knew the ticking of gears, tiny worlds of cogs and springs, locked away within silver shells. The village outside hidden now, the world reduced to this warm, quiet space. You close your eyes briefly. In your mind, you see a dusty medieval road, a bard cloaked in deep velvet, his lute strapped across his back, his pocket watch ticking softly beneath layers of wool, each note of his song woven with the steady, soothing rhythm of time, its wooden face carved with twisting vines. Small woodland creatures peeking from the design. The image fades and you drift gently back to the workshop, and a faint inscription in an old curling script. The fire's glow flickering across shelves lined with clocks. Tick, tock, tick, tock. The fog at the window thickens. Silver tendrils winding along the glass, a sanctuary where time slows. Where dreams stretch, Emmerich sets the pocket watch down, its chain coiling softly atop a velvet cloth. The ones who believe time wasn't made of hours, but of seasons, he moves to a large grandfather clock nestled in the corner. You notice beneath the pendulum tiny painted mushrooms, delicate flowers, winter's quiet rest. The forest clock, Emmerich says softly, his hand brushing over the smooth wood. In the deepest woods, where the trees whisper ancient songs, time moves differently. He winds the clock with a brass key. Each slow turn releasing a faint hum, the pendulum sways, left, right, left, right. And with each gentle swing, your breathing slows, your body relaxing further, the rooftops buried in mist. Cobbled lanes winding through the sleeping village. Outside, the owl hoots again. Distant, sleepy, the fog presses in, soft, protective, quiet. You sink deeper into the moment, your limbs heavy, your thoughts light as feathers. Emmerich tells you. The forest clock was crafted by wandering artisans, people of the woods, spring's bloom, summer's warmth, autumn's golden drift. The clock, he says, doesn't just mark time, it honors it. A reminder that rushing leads nowhere, that every moment, even the still ones, carry meaning. You close your eyes once more, breathing in, breathing out. The room hums, the clocks ticking like distant rain upon old rooftops, beyond the edge of wakefulness, into that soft, timeless place where dreams unfold. Tick, tock, tick, tock. The candle gutters, its flame dancing low, shadows stretching softly along the walls. Emmerich hums again, an old lullaby, the melody gentle, slow, curling through the quiet like smoke. The sound wraps around you, comforting, familiar, like memories of nights long past. You picture silent hollow beyond the walls, cats curled in windowsills, hearth fires glowing faintly, the faint creak of weathered shutters. The world is still safe, wrapped in fog, cradled by the slow rhythm of turning gears. Emmerich settles into his chair once more. His eyes glimmer, half closed, his breathing slow, steady. The clocks sing their lullaby, tick, tock, tick, tock, and you drift deeper. The candlelight flickers, the fog curls tighter. The clocks keep time. But here, in this quiet shop, beneath the steady hum of gears, the rush of the world slips away. Only stillness remains. Only warmth, only the quiet cradle of time. Emmerich's voice, barely a whisper now. Rest, traveler, time will hold you softly. And with those words, your mind floats gently, your body weightless, your thoughts as light as mist. Sleep drifts near, soft, patient, inevitable. The clocks tick, tock, and you drift deeper, deeper still, wrapped in calm, embraced by the quiet rhythm of the night. The world beyond the windows is gone now. The fog, thick as wool, has wrapped Silent Hollow in silver, softening every rooftop, every chimney, every winding lane. Nothing exists beyond this little workshop, only warmth, only the glow of fading candlelight, only the patient ticking of countless clocks. Tick, tock, tick, tock. The sound weaves through the air like a lullaby, steady, gentle, timeless. In your heartbeat, in your breathing, you feel it beneath your skin, half lidded. His silver hair curling gently around his face like soft smoke. Master Emmerich, the old clockmaker, leans against the workbench, curling between the ticking clocks, his eyes wise and soft in the clockmaker's shop. Time flows like honey, slow, smooth, golden. He hums again, the faint melody floating on the air. Outside, the owl calls once more, its voice distant, fading into the fog. The village, Silent Hollow, slumbers beneath the mist, every window dim, every hearth quiet. And here, gears turning with whispered clicks, the candle's flame dances low. Wax pooling, shadows stretching, a memory, a moment caught in brass and time. The walls, lined with clocks of every kind, gleam faintly, brass faces catching the soft light. Emmerich gestures toward the shelves. Each clock, he says, voice soft as velvet, holds a story no larger than your palm, etched with stars and moons. Its pendulum swaying slow, you follow his gaze. A delicate clock shaped like a ship, sails carved from thin copper, its hands shaped like curling leaves. A tiny wooden clock painted with wildflowers, a silver clock. Emmerich's hand brushes over the ship-shaped clock, his fingertips gentle, reverent. This one crossed oceans, carried by merchants who mapped the tides. You close your eyes. Sails billow in the salt-kissed wind. In your mind, waves rise and fall. Far-off lands drifting past. Stars guiding sailors beneath an endless night sky. The image fades. The soft ticking of the workshop returns. You breathe, slow, easy, your body heavy, your mind floating, like dreams unspooling through the night. Emmerich turns to the wildflower clock, his voice a hush, and this from a meadow, where the blooms danced each spring, marking time by petals and bees. You picture fields stretching beyond sight, flowers swaying in gentle breezes, bees humming, sunlight painting the grass. A soft place, safe, timeless. The workshop settles, the clocks ticking like distant rain. Outside, the fog thickens. The world hidden away. Emmerich moves to the final clock, silver engraved with stars. His fingers trace the tiny crescent moon, made for a stargazer who counted hours not by sun, but by constellations drifting across the velvet sky. You breathe, your eyes heavy. In your thoughts, stars scatter across the darkness, glowing softly, drifting slow. The clocks sing their rhythm. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Your mind quiets, your body still. The warmth of the shop wraps around you like a woolen blanket. Safe, silent, weightless. Emrich's voice, low, soothing. Time doesn't chase us here. It cradles us, holds us gently. The candle gutters. Shadows stretch. The brass faces of the clock shimmer faintly. And beyond the walls, silent hollow sleeps, tucked beneath its quilt of fog. You feel the room breathing, slow, steady, the rhythm of gears, the swing of pendulums, the hum of turning time. Your thoughts drift, light as mist, dissolving softly into the quiet, the steady heartbeat of countless clocks. The safe embrace of fog curling outside. Emmerich seats himself once more, the old wooden chair creaking, his eyes close halfway. The workshop settles, only the layered ticking remains, into the quiet folds of sleep. Ancient, familiar, from stone towers where clocks first sang to sleeping villages. Tick, tock, tick, tock. You close your eyes. Your breathing even, your body soft. Time drifts, stretches, pauses in this place. The world is hushed. No worries, no hurry. Only the warmth of flickering candlelight. The workshop, a haven tucked away from time's race. Here, moments linger like dew clinging to petals, like soft dreams woven through moonlit windows. Emmerich hums faintly, his song slow, a melody carried from distant lands. From quiet forests, you drift, your limbs heavy, your thoughts weightless, floating beyond the edges of the shop, into the silver mist. The clocks tick on, tick, tock, tick, tock. Each sound softens your edges, melts the day's weight. You breathe in the warmth of the room, the scent of polished brass, aged wood, cool night air. You exhale slow, the last of your waking thoughts floating away. The workshop hums, the fog curls, time unwinds softly, and you drift deeper, gently, beyond words, beyond moments, into sleep's calm embrace. Emrich's voice, barely above a whisper now. Rest easy, time is patient, and so are dreams. The candle flickers low, the fog wraps silent hollow in silver, and here, in this little shop, time holds you, quiet, safe, timeless. Inside the clockmaker's shop, the world feels smaller, softer, wrapped in warmth, a sanctuary untouched by rushing time. Master Emmerich, his silver hair glowing faintly in the candle's last glow, sits quietly by the workbench. His eyes, soft, half-closed, drift across the countless timepieces that line the room. Long ago, he whispers, his voice slow, carrying across the stillness like a lullaby. There were places far beyond these hills, where time was measured not in hours, but in the hush between heartbeats, the breath between dreams. You listen, your breathing slowing, each inhale deep, each exhale softer still. The clocks sing their quiet rhythm, their tiny gears turning, each sound soothing, layered, dissolving into the still air. Emmerich rises, his steps slow, steady, his fingers brushing over the polished wood of a tall grandfather clock, its face carved with curling leaves, tiny birds tucked among the branches, the brass hands frozen at the hour of midnight, the moment between days, between night and morning, between dream and waking. Some say Emmerich continues, his voice floating across the room, that the space between midnight's final chime and the dawn's first light belongs not to the waking world, but to dreams. Outside, the village slumbers, the fog thickens, the stars veiled behind drifting clouds, only the soft coo of an owl, the distant creak of weathered shutters. Inside, the clocks keep time, gentle, unhurried. They're ticking, wrapping around you like a woven blanket. Tick, tock, tick, tock. You breathe, your body heavy, your thoughts dissolving, floating further beyond the edges of the room. Drifting into the quiet folds of the night, Emmerich's hands wind the grandfather clock, the brass key turning with a soft click. The pendulum sways once more, left, right, right. Your mind follows its rhythm, your breathing matching its gentle arc. Slower, softer, deeper, Emmerich hums, a melody older than the village itself, a song carried by travelers, by dreamers, by clockmakers who shape time with careful hands. The shelves lined with timepieces shimmer faintly, their brass faces catching the fading glow of the candle. The soft hum of gears, the delicate swing of pendulums, layered like distant echoes across the room. You let your eyes close, your thoughts light, weightless, your body sinking further, as though the floor beneath you is soft as clouds. Emmerich's voice drifts across the quiet, barely more than a whisper. Time moves in circles here, not forward, not rushed, but gentle, endless, like ripples across still water. The candle's flame flickers, a soft sigh, then fades into a thin wisp of smoke. The room dims. The only glow now, the faint reflection of moonlight tangled in the fog outside. And still, the clocks tick on, tick-tock, tick-tock. The workshop hums, safe, timeless. The fog presses close to the windows, the village hidden. Tucked beneath its quilt of mist and quiet, you feel the stillness wrap around you, the weight of sleep pulling gently at your limbs, your mind floating. Unanchored, calm, Emmerich moves quietly, his footsteps barely a whisper across the wooden floorboards. His fingers brush over a small clock resting near the window, a delicate timepiece, its surface etched with spirals, tiny stars nestled in its design. This one, he murmurs, his voice slow as the turning gears, belonged to an astronomer, a dreamer, who counted the hours by the drifting of the constellations. You picture them high upon a hill, their eyes turned to the endless sky, the stars swirling overhead, the quiet ticking of their pocket watch marking each dream that passed with the turning night. The image fades, you drift back into the soft hum of the workshop, the layered ticking weaving around you, gentle, rhythmic, endless. Outside, the village remains silent, the world curled beneath mist and sleep. Inside, time unwinds itself, slow, patient, soothing. Emmerich returns to his chair, his silver hair glowing faintly in the moonlight, his eyes close halfway, his breathing steady. The clocks continue their lullaby. Tick-tock, tick-tock. You feel your body grow heavier, your breath deepening, your mind floating further into the quiet. The edges of the room blur, the ticking fading to a distant hum. And as the night stretches onward, unhurried, gentle, the workshop cradles you in its stillness, the clocks keeping time, the fog wrapping the world in silver, dreams drifting soft as feathers. Emmerich's voice, faint now, nearly gone. Sleep well, the clocks will watch over you, and you drift deeper, wrapped in quiet, weightless, calm, held softly in the endless, gentle rhythm of dreams. I hope you enjoy this. The candle's flame has nearly faded now. Its light flickers low, soft, casting long shadows along the shelves. What did you think? Let me know down below. Welcome to my channel. The candle has melted down to its final breath. A thin ribbon of smoke curls into the air, dissolving, fading into the cool stillness of the room. The workshop hums quietly, the countless clocks ticking like heartbeats layered upon one another, soft, steady, never rushed. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Outside, the fog clings tightly to the village, the rooftops hidden beneath its silver folds, chimneys veiled, cobbled streets hushed, the world beyond forgotten. Silent hollow wrapped in mist, safe beneath the quiet moon. His hand brushes over the smooth surface of an ancient clock resting by the door. The ticking, layered, woven like a lullaby through the still air. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Outside, the owl calls, softer now, its voice dissolving into the endless mist. I invite you to join me once more in the quiet embrace of this sanctuary. As you drift into this tranquil state, I encourage you to let go of any lingering worries, any unresolved tensions that may have found their way into this sacred space. And here, in this timeless expanse, you are truly free. Free from the shackles of time, free from the weight of expectations, free to simply exist in the fullness of the present. Dear listener, I want you to turn your attention to your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the soft inhalation. Allow the colors, the shapes, the textures to greet you, to welcome you back to the realm of the waking world. These simple, everyday sensations are, in fact, extraordinary gifts to be cherished, for they remind us of our connection to this earthly realm. Before you step out into the world, take one more moment to close your eyes and silently thank Emmerich, the clockmaker, for guiding you on this introspective journey. Express gratitude for the sanctuary of the quiet that he has shown you, for the wisdom he has shared, and for the renewed sense of peace and clarity that now envelops you. Carry this tranquility within you as you go about your day, allowing it to be a source of strength, solace, and inspiration in the midst of life's ever-changing tides. Now, if you feel so inclined, stretch out your arms and legs, feeling the support of the ground beneath you, the solidity of the chair or bed upon which you rest. This grounding exercise helps to anchor you to the present moment, bridging the gap between the ethereal expanse of the quiet and the tangible reality of your everyday life, the languid exhalation. With each breath, you draw in the essence of the quiet, allowing it to nourish your being, to revitalize your spirit. Your breath becomes a bridge between the outer stillness and the inner sanctuary you are creating within. Feel the coolness of the air as it touches your nostrils, carrying with it the subtle fragrance of the old workshop, the scent of beeswax and polished wood, mingling with the metallic tang of the old clocks. This sensory experience anchors you to the present moment, grounding you in the midst of the ethereal expanse. In this state of blissful freedom, you are invited to explore the vast landscape of your inner world. You find yourself suspended in a realm where the boundaries of the ordinary dissolve. The fog outside the window takes on a life of its own, swirling and dancing in intricate patterns that mirror the unfolding of your inner world. Through the haze, you catch glimpses of the village, its rooftops veiled in mystery, its chimneys exhaling wisps of forgotten dreams. Delve into the depths of your imagination, where dreams and reality intertwine, where the boundaries of the possible dissolve into the infinite realms of what could be. You become increasingly aware of the presence of Emmerich, dear listener. It is time to gently awaken from this shared reverie. Slowly, ever so slowly, begin to bring your awareness back to the room you find yourself in, to the sounds that fill your ears, to the sensations that caress your skin. As you do this, take a few deep breaths, inhaling the familiar sense of your surroundings, letting them invigorate your senses. With each breath, you reconnect with your physical form, feeling its weight, its texture, its aliveness. Allow your limbs to stretch, to yawn, to wiggle, releasing any tension that may have accumulated during your journey into the depths of the quiet. The wise clockmaker, whose very essence seems to permeate the very walls of this workshop. Sense his quiet energy enveloping you, offering solace, guidance, and a profound sense of peace. Imagine his weathered hands gently resting on the worn surface of a nearby clock, his eyes twinkling with an otherworldly wisdom. Here your imagination knows no bounds. Let your thoughts wander freely, allowing them to take flight on the wings of creativity. For here, in the sanctuary of the quiet, your mind becomes a boundless canvas upon which you can paint your deepest desires, your most cherished dreams. Release them now, dear listener, and surrender to the calming embrace of the present moment. Unearth these forgotten treasures, these hidden gems of your soul, and bring them into the light of your awareness. Embrace them, acknowledge them, for they hold the key to your wholeness, to your true being. With each passing moment, you descend deeper into the heart of this tranquil space, your connection to the world around you growing softer, more ethereal. The sounds of the waking world begin to fade, replaced by the gentle symphony of the quiet. The ticking of the clocks, the whisper of the wind through the trees outside, the faint rustling of the fog as it caresses the windows. All these sounds weave together to create a harmonious backdrop for your journey inward. Allow your eyelids to grow heavy, your muscles to relax, your heartbeat to synchronize with the steady pulse of the clocks. Their rhythmic ticking becomes a soothing mantra, a gentle reminder that even amidst life's chaos, there is solace to be found in the constancy of time's gentle passage. Let the gentle ticking of the clocks lull you into a state of peaceful contemplation. Allow the soft glow of the moonlight streaming through the fog-kissed windows to soothe your weary spirit. Breathe deeply, feeling the tension melt away from your shoulders, from your brow, from the depths of your soul. Emmerich moves through the room, his steps soundless. His hand brushes over clocks of every kind, ship-shaped, starlit, carved from wood and brass, each one holding a moment, a memory, a dream. And you drift, your limbs heavier with each breath, your thoughts dissolving into the quiet, the edges of the world blurring. Emmerich hums an old song, forgotten by the busy world beyond these hills, a melody carried through time, through whispered stories, through the soft ticking of ancient clocks. The fog presses close to the glass. The windows silvered, the village hidden, safe beneath the hush of night. Inside, time unwinds itself, gently, patiently, the clocks keeping their rhythm. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It stands tall, its wood aged, arc, carved with vines curling upward, delicate flowers tucked along its edges. The clocks hum, Emmerich hums, the fog curls, the candle's smoke dissolves into the stillness. And sleep, soft, patient, inevitable, wraps around you. The dream clock beside the door humming faintly, marking not the hours of the waking world, but the drifting tide of dreams. Emmerich's voice, rest easy. Time holds you softly, without end. The room quiets, the clocks ticking their endless lullaby. Outside, the world hushed, veiled beneath the fog. And you drift deeper, beyond time, beyond thought, wrapped in the still, gentle rhythm of a clockmaker's sanctuary. The face of the clock is blank, no numbers, no hands, only the faint outline of a sun and moon, gently etched into the surface. Emmerich lingers, his fingers tracing the carving. This one, he whispers, his voice low as the fog drifting beyond the walls, marks the hours of dreams. You breathe slow, your body heavy, your mind light, floating beyond the room. The clocks hum, the world still, the fog pressing gently. Emmerich speaks again. Long ago, when the world was quiet, before church bells rang, before towers touched the sky, they say dreams were measured in drifting clouds, in ripples across still water, in the hush between heartbeats. You close your eyes, your breathing matching the slow, steady ticking. The fog beyond the windows thickens, the village vanishing beneath its folds. Emmerich's hand rests upon the dream clock. No gears turn, no hands move, yet you feel the hum of it, faint, beneath your skin, like the quiet pull of sleep drawing you deeper. Inside the clockmaker's little shop, warmth lingers. The scent of beeswax, polished wood, brass gears, drifting through the air. The last glow of moonlight slipping through the fog-streaked window, casting faint silver across the shelves. You feel the weight of sleep pulling at your limbs, your body heavy, sinking. Your thoughts drifting like feathers through the quiet. The room grows softer, the edges blurred by the dim, by the drifting mist pressing against the glass. And still, the clocks keep time. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Master Emmerich, the old clockmaker, rests in his chair. His eyes, half closed, the lines of age softened by the dim light. His silver hair curling gently, glowing faintly in the moon's quiet reflection. His breathing slow, steady, as if time itself has slowed within these walls. The clocks tick on, delicate gears turning, brass pendulums swaying gently. You listen. The hum of tiny mechanisms, the layered ticking, the faint groan of the wooden floorboards settling. Outside, the owl calls, soft, distant, fading into the endless silver fog. Emmerich's voice, barely above a whisper now. In the quiet, time holds us, patiently, gently, without rush, without end. Emmerich rises slow, his steps soundless upon the worn wooden floor. The workshop softens, the brass faces of the clocks glint faintly, the shelves fading into the dim. You feel yourself floating, weightless, your body soft, your mind light, slipping beyond the edges of the room. And now, dear listener, as the tale of Emmerich in the silent hollow draws to its close, here, in the heart of the clockmaker's haven, time seems to stand still, or perhaps it flows at its own unhurried pace, undisturbed by the relentless march of the outside world. Within this timeless realm, there is no past, no future, only the eternal now. As you navigate this inner landscape, you might encounter parts of yourself that have long been forgotten, buried beneath the layers of daily living. Now, in this liminal space between wakefulness and sleep, as the minutes drift by, but now, when you are ready, open your eyes and turn your head to take in the full panorama of your environment. As you rise, take a few moments to appreciate the sensation of your feet connecting with the floor, the feeling of the air against your skin, the light upon your face. Welcome, seeker, to this haven of unwinding moments. Rest your weary soul among the echoes of turning gears and the whispers of time. Above, brass gears turn, pendulums sway, and time unfolds like ripples upon a glass-still pond. Within, time drifts, patient, unhurried, gentle, just like the old clockmaker, Master Emmerich. Tick-tock, tick-tock, outside. The fog thickens, silver veils rolling over the rooftops of Silent Hollow. The village sleeps, hidden beneath its quiet embrace. The cobbled lanes, the ivy-clad chimneys, all soft and hushed, forgotten by the waking world. Here, within these four silent walls, time slows to a timeless dance, allowing you to sink into a sea of stillness. And sense, breathe, your chest rising and falling with each measured tick of the clock. Outside, the wind whispers secrets through the trees lining the silent hollow lane, rustling their leaves into hushed tones. Their shadows dance and sway in the pale moonlight, creating an eerie ballet of light and dark. Your body heavy, not with weariness, but with a profound sense of peace. You find yourself sinking deeper into this timeless haven. The clocks on the shelves stand as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of the passing moments. The world outside fades away, leaving you cradled in the timeless embrace of the silent hollow clock shop. Each tick-tock echoes with the heartbeat of eternity. Is it a heartbeat? Is it a sigh of ancient wisdom? Or is it merely the echo of your own breath mingling with the song of the clocks? The scent of old books and polished wood fills your senses, mingling with the faint metallic aroma of the clock parts. It's a scent that speaks of ages past, of meticulous craftsmanship and the patient pursuit of precision. Outside, the fog continues its silent waltz, blurring the edges of the world, muffling the sounds of reality. The ticking grows louder, not in a harsh or jarring way, but as if the clocks themselves are leaning closer, sharing their ancient secrets. They speak of moments both fleeting and eternal, of lives lived and stories whispered through the ages. For in this place where time slows its relentless pace, there is no fear, only tranquility. You carry with you the calm that has settled in your heart, the peace that has enveloped your being. The roofs and chimneys of the silent hollow houses are veiled in silver mist, their outlines blurred, their secrets whispered to the wind. The cobbled lanes, once bustling with life, now lie deserted, their paths swallowed by the encroaching fog. The fog, illuminated by the moonlight, takes on a spectral quality, as if the veil between the worlds is thinning, allowing the spirits of dreams to wander freely. The ticking of the clocks blends with the distant hoot of an owl, creating a haunting harmony that underscores the solitude of the moment. The very essence of the village seems to have been hushed by the night, as if nature herself is holding her breath in reverence for the mysteries that unfold in the stillness of the hour, where the boundaries between the waking world and the realm of slumber grow ever thinner, inviting you to step beyond the veil and embrace the magic that awaits, and the renewed strength that comes from knowing you have found a place where time itself bends to your will. The clocks stand guard, ensuring that the peace that has found you here will remain unbroken. It is as if the night itself has conspired to hold its breath in reverence for the sanctuary of the silent hollow clock shop. It stands as a beacon of warmth and light, a sanctuary untouched by the chilling grasp of the fog. The clocks, with their intricate workings and silent companionship, have become a source of solace, a testament to the enduring human spirit that finds beauty and meaning even in the darkest hours. Within, the clocks continue their timeless dance, their gentle ticking a soothing melody that carries on uninterrupted, oblivious to the silent drama playing out beyond the window pane. The world may rush on, but here within the silent hollow clock shop, time stands still, offering you a sanctuary from the chaos of existence. It's a melody that seems to resonate deep within you, stirring something long forgotten, something that lies dormant in the chambers of your heart. You are the seeker who has found solace in the sanctuary of the clocks. And as the first rays of dawn begin to peek over the horizon, painting the eastern sky with hues of rose and gold, you know that your journey here has touched your very essence. Could it be a memory from a past life? An echo of a dream from a time beyond recall? Or is it simply the awakening of your soul to the timeless beauty that surrounds you? The clocks hum softly, their layered ticking woven through the stillness of the room. His hands, steady and worn, brush over the clocks as he passes, each one humming softly beneath his touch. The shelves, lined with delicate timepieces, shimmer faintly in the dim light, brass and silver faces catching the last threads of daylight before it surrenders to the encroaching night. As you lower yourself onto a nearby stool, you notice the intricate patterns on the floorboards, the play of light and shadow, the dust motes dancing in the pale moonlight. You are anchored to the present moment, yet unbound by its constraints. They say when this clock stirs, dreams unfold, soft, endless, outside the bounds of time. Here, at the end of the lane, the little shop remains, nestled against the encroaching fog, its windows glowing faint with moonlight, a beacon in the gathering gloom. In the depths of the room, shrouded in the softest shadows, sits a table piled high with clock parts. Gears of various sizes and shapes rest alongside tiny springs and delicate hands that point to no discernible hours. Even in the darkness, their intricate designs seem to shimmer with an inner light. Emmerich moves through the room like a shadow, his silhouette etched against the soft glow emanating from the clocks on the shelves. He stops for a moment, his gaze lingering on the dream clock near the door. Its smooth, intricately carved surface gleams softly in the fading light. There are no numbers on its face, no ticking hands, only the faint etching of a sun and moon locked in quiet orbit. He traces the carving with his finger, a small smile touching his lips as he does. His voice, a whisper layered over the ticking of the clocks, carries a sense of age-old wisdom. You, seeker, standing at the edge of the room, enveloped by the comforting sounds as the final threads of daylight surrender to the shadows, the candle flame flickers, then dissolves into the cool night air, leaving behind only the faint glow of the moon tangled in the fog. Within the confines of the shop, the silence is not empty, but filled with a gentle hum of time unfolding. You stand there, mesmerized by the hypnotic rhythm, your mind drifting, your body becoming lighter with each passing second. In the heart of the room, the dream clock, with its enigmatic sun and moon carving, seems to pulse faintly, almost imperceptibly. You feel a sudden urge to sit, to let go of the weight that has burdened you for so long. There is no rush here. Time itself seems to pause, to catch its breath, to allow you to be still. And here, within these four walls, the world melts away, leaving only you and the eternal cadence of time unfolding. Each tick-tock of the clocks resonates with the rhythm of your own heartbeat, pulling you deeper into this mesmerizing realm. And as you inhale this unique fragrance, you feel a sense of calm wash over you, soothing the unrest that has lingered in your soul for far too long. The dream clock chimes softly, its sound like the tinkling of tiny bells. The shadows deepen, enveloping you in a comforting darkness, yet you are not afraid. Outside, the fog swirls and dances, a silent, swirling waltz that speaks of secrets and dreams. And as the night deepens, you realize that you are not merely a visitor here, but a part of this timeless tapestry. The rhythmic ticking of the clocks echoes in your ears, a constant reminder of the beauty and serenity that awaits you whenever you seek it. The fog has reached out, embracing the village in its cool, ethereal folds. And then there is the little shop, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, its windows glowing like embers in the gathering gloom. As the full moon climbs higher in the sky, casting its silvery light over the landscape, the scene outside transforms into a realm of silver and shadow. And yet, despite the eerie beauty of the night, a sense of peace permeates the air, a tranquility that seems to emanate from the very core of the silent, hollow clock shop. But within the shop's embrace, there's no loneliness, only a profound sense of connection. And as the night deepens, you find yourself drawn deeper into this enchanting labyrinth of time and dreams. The workshop fades further, its edges soft. The shelves, the gears, the clocks dissolving into silver shadow. The only sound now, the layered ticking, distant, woven through the quiet like a forgotten lullaby. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Outside, Silent Hollow is gone, hidden beneath thick ribbons of fog. The rooftops lost, the chimneys' faint silhouettes. The narrow lanes swallowed by drifting mist. The village sleeps, hushed, veiled beneath the soft folds of midnight. Inside, only warmth remains. The glow of moonlight slipping past the fog, pooling faintly along the wooden floorboards. The shelves of clocks hum, the scent of wax and polished brass drifting softly through the air. Master Emmerich, the old clockmaker, rests near the dream clock, his eyes heavy, the corners soft with age, his silver hair curling faintly around his face like mist. No ticking hands, no numbers, only the faint etching of sun and moon orbiting one another, endless, gentle. The dream clock hums beneath his hand, layered with the hush of the room. Emmerich's voice, low, quiet. They say, time forgets this place, slips past. Lost in fog, and only dreams remain. You breathe, slow, your chest rising, falling, your limbs heavy as stone warmed by the sun, your thoughts floating, light, unanchored, drifting beyond the room, beyond the ticking. The clocks hum, the gears turning soft, the pendulum swaying with slow, sleepy rhythm, hiding the world outside. Left, right, left, right. The fog presses against the glass. silver threads curling along the window panes. There are places where time sleeps too, only the hum of forgotten hours with the hush of night unfolding. Older than the village, carried from distant hills where time lingers slow. Silent Hollow vanished beneath its quilt of drifting mist. Emmerich hums the melody older than towers, all dissolving. The song weaves through the room, blending with the layered ticking, but with the quiet drift of sleep settling heavier across the room, you feel the edges of the room blur. The shelves of brass, the carved faces of clocks, only warmth, only quiet. Cool night air filling the space, the dream clock stirs. Faint, not with gears, Emmerich's voice barely more than a whisper. Heavy, your breathing slow as the swing of the brass pendulums. The endless space between waking and dreams. His eyes drifting closed, beyond the hills, in the hidden forest, they say. You breathe, your mind light as mist, floating beyond words. Beyond thought, the fog curls, the world outside forgotten. You feel the slow stretch of sleep unwinding. The clocks keep their rhythm, the layered ticking folding around you, cradling you, tick, your mind melting into the quiet. Talk, tick, talk outside. The owl calls so distant now, its voice dissolving into fog and quiet. The rooftops lost, the winding lanes forgotten, only stillness drifting beyond the glass. Inside, the little shop holds you, warm, hushed, the faint scent of wood wax, your body melting into the stillness, your mind floating further beyond the edges of the workshop, beyond time, beyond the moment, the shelves of clocks humming, each one patient, steady. Unhurried, you sink deeper, your limbs soft, left, right, left, right. The dream clock hums, quiet, subtle, yet beneath it. A rhythm older than hours, older than rushing days. Emmerich settles beside the dream clock. The moonlight through the fog glints faintly along his silver hair, the workshop wrapped in soft shadow. The clocks hum, and you drift deeper, beyond thought, beyond sound. Your body weightless, tick, tock, Emmerich's voice, barely there now, layered with the ticking, blending with the soft hush of mist pressing against the glass. Sleep well, traveler, the clocks will keep time. The dreams will carry you, gently, softly, endless. You breathe, slower. The clocks hum, time unwinds, the village hidden. The world softened, and you drift, deeper, weightless, safe, held gently in the quiet cradle of dreams. The world outside the little shop, gone now, silent hollow tucked beneath its quilt of silver fog, every rooftop hidden, every lane dissolved into drifting mist, the only sound, the faint layered ticking, woven through the quiet like a lullaby forgotten by time. Tick, tock, tick, the clocks hum softly, brass faces gleaming faint in the moonlight, polished wood glowing with the last threads of light slipping through the fog-veiled windows. Inside, warmth lingers, the soft scent of wax, the cool night air brushing against the glass. The shelves lined with timepieces breathing their slow, patient rhythm. Master Emmerich, the old clockmaker, rests beside the dream clock, no hands, only the faint orbit of sun and moon etched into the wood. His hand curled gently over its carved surface, no numbers. Have no edges, they fold, they drift. They carry us beyond hours, beyond waking. His eyes, heavy-lidded, softened by time, drift across the quiet room, his voice, low, layered with the hum of clocks, your thoughts floating, light, unanchored, the brass ticking layered through the quiet like rain on distant rooftops. Dreams, he whispers, slow, soothing. You breathe, slow, your chest rising, falling, your limbs heavy. The workshop softens, its edges blurred, the shelves dissolving into shadow, patient, gentle, timeless, tick-tock, tick-tock. The fog presses closer to the glass, curling tendrils silvering the windows. The world beyond lost to drifting mist. Inside, only the hum of time remains. The warm hush of the little shop cradling you. Emmerich hums, the melody faint, ancient, carried from forgotten hills, woven with the layered ticking of countless clocks. Yet the subtle drift of sleep settles heavier across the room, a song soft as the hush between heartbeats, as the space between thoughts, by the whisper of water, by the hush of dreams unfolding. You drift, your breathing matching the swing of distant pendulums, left, right, the shelves blur, the glint of brass, the glow of silver faces, all dissolving, only warmth, only stillness, only the endless rhythm unfolding around you. The dream clock hums faintly beneath Emmerich's hand, no ticking gears, his voice barely a ripple across the quiet, silent hollow hidden beneath silver veils. Long before clock towers, before sundials, before church bells ring across valleys, they mark time. By the drift of clouds, you breathe, deep, your limbs soft as mist, your body sinking heavier into the stillness, brass gears turning. The cool scent of polished wood lingering, your mind floating beyond thought, beyond edges, wrapped in the hum of forgotten hours. Tick, his eyes drifting closed. Tuck, tick, tuck, the clocks hum, the world hushes. Your thoughts dissolving, unspooling into stillness. Only the owl's faint call carries across the mist, dissolving into quiet inside. The workshop breeze, the shelves lined with timepieces humming softly. Emmerich's hand rests on the dream clock. The carved sun and moon glowing faint in the soft moonlight tangled with fog. The village, the lanes, the rooftops, all gone. Melted into mist, only the little shop remains. A quiet sanctuary outside of rushing time. You drift, your breathing steady, your body heavier with each moment. Dreams have no hours, no edges, only quiet. Only warmth, only the hush of drifting time. Your mind weightless, floating beyond words, beyond waking. The clocks keep their gentle rhythm, tick, tuck, tick, tock. Emmerich's voice is softer now, layered with the hum of the room. Rest, traveler, the fog thickens. The windows veiled, the glow of moonlight softened into shadow. The world outside forgotten, the village asleep beneath its silver shroud. Inside, the little shop holds you, warm, patient, quiet, the shelves blurred, the brass ticking distant, the edges of the room dissolving into dream. You breathe slower, your limbs heavy, the clocks hum. Emmerich hums, the fog curls. The dream clock stirs softly beneath his hand, and you drift deeper, beyond time, beyond thought, wrapped in the quiet, timeless embrace of the clockmaker's sanctuary. The fog outside, thicker now, pressed against the window panes like silver silk. The rooftops gone, the cobbled streets vanish beneath its hush. The whole village tucked into the folds of drifting mist. Silent hollow sleeps, quiet, forgotten by the world beyond the hills. Inside the little workshop, time hums gently, steady, patient, brass gears turning, the faint swing of polished pendulums, the cool air carrying the soft scent of wax and aged wood. Tick, tock, tick, tock, the shelves of clocks blur, their faces glinting faintly in the last ribbons of moonlight filtering through the fog, the edges of the room softened by shadows, the polished floorboards creaking softly beneath the quiet stretch of night, their quiet orbit endless, gentle, timeless. Master Emmerich, the old clockmaker, sits beside the dream clock, his hand resting lightly upon its carved surface, the faint outline of sun and moon glowing pale beneath his fingers. Hidden from the rushing world, his voice low, layered with the hum of turning gears, they say. In the space between midnight's last chime and dawn's first light, dreams unfold. You breathe, your chest rising, falling, your limbs heavy, sinking deeper into the quiet, your mind unspooling. Floating beyond edges, beyond words, beyond waking, the clock's hum. The layered ticking weaving through the stillness like a forgotten song. Tick tock outside, the owl calls faint. Dissolving into the mist, the rooftops hidden, the winding lanes veiled. Blending with the quiet air, silent hollow drifting beneath the silver quilt of night. Inside, only warmth remains. The little shop wrapped in hush, patient, gentle, cradling you beyond the boundaries of time. Emmerich hums, the melody old, soft as breath against glass, carried from forgotten valleys where time lingers slow, of clocks that keep not hours, but dreams, unbound by sun or moon. His song curls between the shelves, weaving with the hum of countless clocks. You drift, your breathing steady, your body heavier with each moment, your thoughts lighter, floating, dissolving into the hush, their brass faces blurred by shadow, the gentle ticking layering through the stillness. The dream clock stirs, its carved surface humming faintly beneath Emmerich's hand. No gears, no turning hands. Yet the subtle rhythm of dreams settles across the room, Emmerich's voice, softer now. In places forgotten by maps, they still tell stories. Slower, your limbs heavy, your thoughts melting beyond the edges of the workshop. The fog presses close, curling tendrils drifting along the glass. The shelves softened by shadow, the hum of turning gears woven through the quiet. The village outside vanished, the world wrapped in quiet mist. Inside, the clock's hum. Tick tock, you breathe. The air cool, tinged with wax and night. Your body melting deeper into stillness. Your mind floating beyond time. Emmerich rests. His eyes closing, his hand upon the dream clock steady. The faint glow of moonlight tangled with fog reflecting across his silver hair. The room breathes. The shelves lined with ancient timepieces hum softly. Brass gears turning, pendulums swaying like leaves upon drifting water. Left, right, you follow their rhythm. Your breathing slow, the fog curls, the village hidden, the owl silent. Only the clocks keep time, endless, gentle, patient, tick. Your mind floating into quiet. Talk, tick, tock, Emmerich's voice. Barely more than breath now. Rest, traveler, the clocks will hold time. The dreams will carry you softly, beyond the hours, beyond the edges of waking. You drift, your limbs soft, your thoughts weightless. Your body heavy as stone, the clock's hum, the workshop dissolves. The shelves blurred by the folds of night, the brass ticking layered through the hush. Tick tock, and you drift deeper, beyond edges, beyond hours, wrapped in warmth and quiet, in the soft cradle of forgotten dreams. his hand steady upon its carved surface, tracing the sun and moon locked in quiet orbit, endless, patient, his eyes heavy, softened by sleep, drifting half-closed beneath the glow of fog-filtered moonlight, his breathing slow, steady, layered with the hum of turning gears. The dream clock hums faint beneath his fingers, the quiet folding wider. The fog curls, the workshop fades, soft, endless. Outside the reach of rushing hours, you drift, your breathing matching the swing of distant pendulums, left, right, left, right. Your body heavier, your thoughts floating, your mind dissolving into quiet. The dream clock stirs, carved sun and moon glowing faintly. Orbiting without hour, Emmerich's voice softer now, nearly lost to the hush. And you drift deeper, wrapped in warmth. Timeless, weightless, carried gently into the quiet cradle of endless dreams. The workshop dissolves, edges blurred, shadows folding soft across shelves. A faint hum of turning gears weaving through the quiet. Brass faces glowing faint where moonlight lingers. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Outside, silent hollow vanishes beneath thick mist. The rooftops gone, the winding lanes hidden. The village tucked beneath silver clouds, forgotten beyond the hills. The chimneys softened, the world wrapped in hush. Inside, only warmth remains. The quiet hush of endless clocks breathing through the room, the glow of moonlight tangled with drifting fog. Stretching silver across old wood, the cool air layered with the faint scent of wax, brass. Master Emmerich, the old clockmaker, rests beside the dream clock, his hand still upon the carved wood, tracing the endless orbit of sun and moon, their rhythm timeless, softer than thought. His eyes half closed, silver hair faint beneath mist-filtered light, his breathing low, steady, blending with the hum of forgotten time, softer than a sigh. The dream clock hums beneath his hand, no hours counted, no hands turning, only the gentle space where sleep unfolds, drifting wide, endless where hours drift away, forgotten. The village veiled in silver mist, Emmerich's voice layered with the hush. There are places veiled beneath fog where clocks mark only dreams. You breathe, slow, your chest rising, falling, your limbs sinking, your body heavy as sun-warmed stone. The faint glow of moonlight folded through the cool air, your thoughts floating, untethered, dissolving into the quiet beyond the room. The shelves blur, brass faces soft beneath shadow, deeper into sleep. Outside, the fog presses closer, silent hollow hidden, rooftops gone. Inside, only quiet remains. The layered ticking soft, patient, unending. The dreams will cradle you softly, endlessly. Tick, tock. Your limbs melting into stillness, your mind dissolving. Floating light beyond the edges of time. Tick, tock. Your breathing steady, your body heavy, your thoughts light as clouds. Floating beyond edges, dissolving, the hush wrapping you gentle as silk. Drift deeper, timeless, weightless, wrapped in warmth and hush, in the endless cradle of forgotten dreams. Emmerich hums, his melody ancient, softer than memory. The song curls between shelves, carried by the hum of turning gears. Blending with the hush, woven through drifting shadows, you drift. The dream clock stirs beneath his hand, the carved sun and moon glowing faintly, orbiting wide, their rhythm unmeasured. Carrying you deeper, Emmerich's voice, barely more than breath. Rest now, traveler, the clocks will hold the quiet. The fog thickens, the world outside lost. Silent hollow vanished beneath folds of drifting mist. Inside, the shelves fade. The hum of brass soften, the moonlight folding gently across the floorboards. The hush deepens, warm, endless. The quiet carrying you further beyond hours, beyond thought. You breathe slower. The dream clock hums, patient, endless. Sleep unfolding wide. The workshop fades, the shelves gone, the walls softened. Only warmth remains, only quiet, and you. The air is thick with the scent of wax and brass. The shelves stretch toward the vaulted ceiling, laden with curious automatons, each frozen in an eternal moment of whirring motion. Among them, a small wooden box with a brass nameplate bearing the inscription, Dream Clock. Below it, a tarnished keyhole. A great-grandfather clock ticks somewhere behind you, its pendulum swinging slowly, steadily, keeping time in the gathering dark. But there's no sound of bells or chimes. Not a single sound except for the tick-tock of gears, grinding impossibly close to silence. Somewhere in the growing dark, the winding stairs creaked under unseen footfalls. His eyes burn bright, twin embers in the gathering dark, filled with a light that knows too much, that has seen too far. In the firelight, the carvings seem to writhe, twisting and turning, forming shapes that shift and flicker just beyond your grasp. With a trembling hand, you reach out and touch the mist. It's cold, yet somehow comforting, soothing the tremors in your soul. As you step forward, the mist envelops you, pulling you into its embrace. Emmerich's words echo in your ears. Let the dreams cradle you, softly, endlessly. The winding lanes and cobblestone streets dissolve into swirling white silence. The village held in hush, forgotten by rushing time, erased from memory. Your limbs sank, heavy as velvet warmed by sun. Inside, the hum lingers, soft, endless, patient. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Emmerich hums the song old as stone, softer than memory. The melody curls between shelves, blending with the hum of gears, carried through the hush. Only warmth remains, only hush. The clocks hum faint, fading into the quiet. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Outside, the fog folds thicker, silent hollow hidden forever beneath drifting mist. Inside, the world melts to stillness, and you drift deeper, timeless, weightless, your body wrapped in quiet, your mind light, carried by forgotten dreams. The dream clock holding you softly, endlessly. Your mind floats, weightless, untethered, dissolving into the wide quiet beyond the room. And you drift away, dream after dream, beyond the edges, beyond time, wrapped in warmth and stillness in the endless cradle of quiet. The shelves fade, brass faces lost to shadow, the faint glow of moonlight tangled in drifting fog. Inside, only warmth remains, moonlight faint along the polished floorboards. Cool air drifting soft with the scent of wax and brass. The patient hum of countless clocks weaving through the stillness. Inside, the shelves fade, the glow of moonlight softened by drifting silver, the hum of brass weaving through the cool air. You breathe slower, your limbs heavy, your body sinking into the quiet cradle of forgotten dreams. The dream clock hums, patient, timeless, the space between thoughts unfolding wide. Emmerich's voice fading, blending with the layered ticking. Sleep carries you now beyond time, beyond the hills, to where dreams drift, soft, endless. The ticking grows louder, resonating deep within your chest, echoing in the chambers of your heart. His eyes closed now, silver hair curling faint beneath the veiled glow of mist-filtered moonlight. His breathing slow, steady, layered with the hum of ancient gears turning unseen. The dream clock hums beneath his hand, not marking hours, but carrying the gentle rhythm of forgotten dreams, unmeasured, endless. The dream clock stirs, sun and moon glowing faintly, orbiting slow, their rhythm wide, unbound by minutes or hours. Emmerich's voice, barely a breath. Rest now, traveler, let the clocks hold you. The dreams cradle you, softly, endlessly. Here, Emmerich whispers, his eyes boring into yours. The dreams will carry you. Before you can speak, he opens the box, revealing a swirling vortex of mist and moonlight. It calls to you, beckoning you closer, promising oblivion. One hand trembles slightly, the other clutches a small, intricately carved wooden box, the brass nameplate gleaming faintly in the firelight. Here, he says, his voice barely audible above the ticking. Time folds upon itself. The clocks forget, only dreams remain, drifting beyond edges. Then silence again. Welcome to Silent Hollow, traveler. Come in from the fog. Warm yourself by the fire. Stay as long as you like. No one ever leaves Silent Hollow. At least no one ever has before. The scent of wax and brass mingling with the sweet perfume of wildflowers drifting on a summer breeze. The fire dwindles to embers, the logs collapsing into glowing fragments. The grandfather clock's pendulum slows, halts, then falls silent. The swirling vortex of mist and moonlight pulls you deeper, promising solace, offering peace. Not since Emmerich, the old clockmaker, shut himself in here with his clocks, your body sinks lower, sinking deeper, merging with the mist until you are nothing more than a fleeting thought, a half-remembered dream. The shelves dissolve into mist, the brass faces of the clocks melting into shimmering darkness. The scent of wax and brass fading, replaced by the earthy musk of undisturbed soil. The hum of gears blending with the whispering wind, the cricket's lullaby, the distant hoot of an owl. And the villagers fled into the night, taking their fears with them and leaving him alone in the growing quiet. There are no windows in the workshop, but moonlight filters through the cracks in the boarded-up glass, painting everything in shades of silver. From the floor to the ceiling, intricate clockwork stretches everywhere, the hands of dozens of clocks creeping, crawling over the weathered wood like vines. In the flickering lamplight, you see the shelves laden with clocks and oddities. You feel the heat from the hearth upon your face. Their branches claw at the mist, seeking purchase, seeking warmth. The world is wrapped in white silence, muffled and still. Within the hollow, the only sound is the patient ticking of clocks, each one marking time in its own silent way. You hear the distant tick-tock of clocks turning. Emmerich moves among them, a silhouette against the hearth fire, his form bent and gnarled like the branches of an ancient tree, his face hidden in the shadows of his hood. He speaks without turning, his voice raspy and thin, like the last echo of a forgotten tune. Here in Silent Hollow, time slows its song. Here time remembers, yet forgets. Here dreams linger, yet fade. Here all is held in hush, all but dreams. Outside, the wind whispers through the deserted rooftops, stirring the fog into frenzied dances around the gnarled trunks of trees. As Emmerich turns, you catch a glimpse of his face. You step closer, drawn by some unseen force to the box in his hands. You hesitate, fear gnawing at your resolve. What waits beyond this place? What lies at the heart of Silent Hollow? The room fades to gray, the clocks growing distant, their ticking fading to a whisper. You breathe, your chest rising and falling. Your limbs grow heavy, your muscles relaxing into blissful release. Outside, Silent Hollow recedes into the swirling fog. The deserted rooftops vanish, swallowed by the encroaching mist. Emmerich rests beside the dream clock, his hands steady upon the carved wood, tracing the endless orbit of sun and moon, their rhythm timeless. Your breathing slows, your chest rising and falling in perfect sync with the rhythmic pulse of the dream clock. Outside, the village hidden, rooftops veiled beneath silver, the world paused, wrapped in stillness. You drift, your breathing steady, your body melting, heavier, your thoughts light, floating beyond edges. The fog presses thicker, silent hollow dissolving beneath folds of mist, chimneys lost, rooftops gone. The workshop dissolves entirely, walls gone, shelves lost to shadow. The clocks hum faint, the world forgotten beyond the hush.